Hey guys, Hacks here, bringing to you a quick skill build for warriors. A lot of you guys have been wondering what my personal skill build is, and I'll show you guys right now. So yeah, let's get started. So the first skill that you're going to putting points into is Heavy Strike. Ignore the English translations, by the way, on this website. It is a Russian website, and I just like using it because the UI is pretty clear and you can save the link easily. But anyway, so Heavy Strike, you're going to get this from your quest, and it's actually not that bad, but you really don't want to put any extra points into it. And you can use this skill to level from 1 through about 25 or whenever you get your spinning slash. And the way you could do that is by holding down your left, right mouse buttons and just pressing W every time the animation ends. You can cancel the ending animation, so actually attacks pretty fast and is decent for leveling from 1 through 25, just like I mentioned earlier. But as soon as you get the Black Spirit quest for your spinning slash skill, you should definitely grab it immediately, and then as well as ground smash skill. When you get that quest for it, you definitely get the ground smash skill as soon as possible. But anyway, the second skill you're going to put points into will be ground roar. Ground roar is the AoE debuff skill that kind of looks like a bunch of bubbles or roll pulls on the ground or whatever. But anyway, it pulls in your enemies, flips them around, so you're doing back attacks, and it debuffs your enemies. So it's overall a really good skill to grab, and it should be the first skill you get outside of Heavy Strike, outside of the quest requirement. And you only get 1 point to this skill as well because, well, it doesn't debuff any extra, and it just increases the range, and that's not really necessary since its range is already pretty good. But you use this early on to grab mob aggro, and you use this early on to do damage as well, and it's just overall a pretty good skill to get early on. So as soon as you get your spinning slash, I recommend getting it. Well, actually you get the first level for free, but whenever you can level it up, you don't get this one right here, the one directly below the first level of spinning slash in rank 1, but you do get spinning slash 2, jump spinning slash, and then the rest of them as well. But whenever you get the points for it, you want to add points into it, so it should be level 31 is when you get the next points for it. So you can save up for this, or you can just see which levels you can add for ground smash. Ground smash level 1 is 25, so you want to get this as soon as you can too. But basically, once you have your core skills, I would say, which is your spinning slash, your ground smash, your ground roar, and your chopping kick, your basic combination for PvE will be to use ground roar to grab aggro and debuff your mobs, and then you can either use ground smash or chopping kick to knock your mobs down, and then use chopping kick to cancel your spinning slash ramp up animation. Kind of ramp up animation. It is the turning animation. Basically, you can use your chopping kick to slightly speed that up, and your chopping kick also knocks down, so I mean, you can use that or your ground smash to knock down. Either one works, but as soon as you get more points, of course, you level up your spinning slash. It's your first priority. I also like to grab grapple or grab and instant grab, at least these two ranks early on, because these two are pretty damn good for just knocking down mobs that can get grabbed. And you can grab a mob and reset their knockdown, or use ground smash and then grab and then do your damage or whatever. As long as you can get the mobs onto the ground, it's really good, and you can rotate between grabbing and using chopping kick or ground smash to knock your mobs down. So after level 31, you get your spinning slash skill, and then when you hit 35, you get your jumping spinning slash, and in between you can get your chopping kick ranked up too, because it does regen your might for warriors, and might is actually pretty important since we're not getting forward slash, which is our primary regen later on. But anyway, you get your chopping kick, and then if you can spare the skill points, you get more points into ground smash, but I doubt you'll get enough points, because you do want to save up for the Holy 37, which is level 37 Twilight Scar. Now it's going to cost you 27 points at level 37, so make sure you have 27 points. As soon as you hit level 37, you want to put those 27 points into Twilight Scar, and this is your main grinding skill from here on out. This is when you're still at Abandoned Lands basically, and you'll see a clear difference when you're using Twilight Scar versus Spinning Slash to kill the mobs in Abandoned Land. Twilight Scar will one-shot everything in the first hit, and Spinning Slash is like 2 or 3 hits to kill them if you have like a +6 or something. So Twilight Scar is superior for leveling at this point. So after level 37, your combination will be Ground Roar again to debuff and grab aggro of mobs, Ground Smash or Chopping Kick, whatever you guys want, or grab really, to knock down your enemies, your mobs, and then use Twilight Scar to clear the entire wave, and then move on to the next one, grab a bunch of them, and rinse and repeat. So that's basically it for PvE, because you're going to be using Twilight Scar until 50, Catfish, everything. Manchas, whatever you can think of, you name it. But the way points, or you should allocate points afterwards, should be to prioritize your Spinning Slash as much as you can. After level 40, you should get your Extreme Chopping Kick, so you can get the cancel for it and speed up that, so you can speed up your Spinning Slash as well. And then at some point you can grab the double grab if you want. This is mainly for PvP though. It's nice to lock your opponents up in an extra second or half second of animation, so you can think about what to do next or just get away or something. It doesn't really affect much, but it's just nice to have overall, and for extra CC I mean. And then you want to get your defensive stance, because this gives you +15 DP buff when you hold your shield up for a little bit. You want to get your shield charge. Shield charge is very important. Has a 4-second cooldown and is really good for mobility and just overall staggering your opponents and doing damage. It is a 100% crit chance. And shield slam is not needed for shield charge, so make sure you skip this if you don't want to get that. I don't get it, so I don't recommend you getting it either, because it's actually just pretty useless. And then after that, after you get your Spinning Slash, all this, you can either put points into Ground Smash, or you can put points into Advancing Sword, which is your / cancel. This is the thing that you see warriors going all orange and flying around the map, or flying around your screen. They're using this and canceling out of it to get some good travel speed. And then after your / I would get the Black Spear, or your basically the level 40 skill spear for ranged. I mean, it's used for catching ranged opponents mostly. It's not really a PvE skill, but for PvP, catching wizards, witches, and rangers with this skill is really nice, because right after they use like a teleport or a dodge skill, you aim it at where they're gonna land, and then you're gonna wreck them. Oh, I think that was my stream. But anyway, so after you do that, you want to get your Ground Smash, and your Ground Smash is really nice damage overall. You can throw this into your combo, and it slows your opponents when you hit them with a 40% slow, and it's really good after you apply this debuff to them, and it's just overall really good damage. So after all of that, I usually don't like to get Pierce until last for my active skills, because it's just mediocre overall and it's only used for catching. The animation is kind of slow too, so it's up to you between Pierce and Charging Thrust. Charging Thrust I like to get better, because at max level of Charging Thrust, you're actually shielded during this time, so when people attack you, you don't take any damage or flinch. So charging, and you get the extra movement speed and movement distance when you max it early on, so you can do this after your Ground Smash and then get that point into that Charging Thrust as well, and then you get all of your top row of Pierce, because you don't really want this bottom row because it's not that great. By the way, the skills that I don't cover, you should definitely not get, because they're pretty useless, except for Shield Uppercut. A lot of people ask me why I don't get Shield Uppercut. I do get it, I just save it for a very low priority, because I myself find that I move around too much to actually use this, as it actually slows me down, or it's just not as useful because it's really hard to land. You might get lucky and land it here and there, but overall it's kind of just the utility skill. And you can grab the last point of Shield Uppercut, sorry. You can grab this last point if you want to, but it's not necessary. It just adds a little more accuracy to it and a little more damage. That's pretty much it. And then after you've gotten all your actives, you can work on your passives. And after you've done that, wait for it to load real quick, you should be around 580 points, 500 something points. Let me see, I don't think ultimate, no, it is 45, level 45 skill. So this is level 50 build. And after you've gotten all of these, what I call the core of the warrior, basically this is where you can start deviating and add maybe 1 point into a sideways cut, and counter or whatever into hilt smash, furious blow, shield counter, all those skills. That part, all of that is up to you, and I won't really need to tell you what you should get after that because it's totally up to you. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you guys have any additional questions, please feel free to post in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll also be streaming my 1 through 50 tomorrow night, Sunday morning, basically on launch. And if you guys want to hop by and say hi or something or ask more questions, feel free. I'll post the link to my Twitch channel below, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. So thanks for watching and have a good night. See ya.